Hello, I'm Craig Bradley, the Executive Director of AO Lab. I was a speaker here last year for the Missional AI Conference. I couldn't make it this year, I'm sad to say, but I will leave a link to my speech last year, the lecture I gave, in the video description below this one, and I wanted to give a very brief update and a general ask/call to action for ways that we could work or partner with any other organizations, or at the very least find ways to work towards each other for the greater global Christian movement. That's our heart and our goal. So who are we briefly? We are a 501c3 nonprofit trying to reimagine the experience of the Bible on the web. I'll share a few of our highlights here. The first highlight is that everything we make is 100% free use. We use open data sets, public domain content, and public domain Bible translations so that we can make unlimited use something that is easy and effortless for those who want to put the Bible into context for those around them, for house church leaders who don't have the time to fill out a license request or have to ask, like, hey, can I put this Bible post on TikTok, and if it gets popular, am I going to be breaking usage restrictions? How can we make a Bible that supports everyone to just be the hands and feet of Christ wherever they're at? That's our goal. We have a Discord community you can join. We have a YouTube channel. You can follow our progress. We have a monthly newsletter you can sign up with. If you do sign up for our monthly newsletter, you'll be able to find access to our demo that will be available later this month. This is a full 3D Bible on the web. This is something that we're going to be calling the Home Bible long term. The Home Bible is going to be two products in one. It's going to be a 2D traditional Bible married with a 3D simulation environment. This environment is something that we've built from scratch. It's a full 3D game engine on the web, but it's also serverless Lambda. It's all MIT license. It is extremely scalable. We have a very robust backend DevOps system that allows us to deploy what we call app bundles at scale. There's a lot of advancements we've done to get it to the point where we can do this and do it cheaply. And of course, because we're using the web, we can just leverage any open data on the web. Let me just pull up the capital of Israel with Jerusalem here, for example. So here I can pull up Jerusalem, go to the land of Israel, see the context, and just do a whole bunch of stuff. I won't even go into all the features here, but stay tuned for that demo coming soon. My request right now is for open data sets that we can leverage because we have a 3D Bible on the web and in a game engine. We can do basically anything, or we can showcase the land, the history. Here we have a location that we built that I'm narrating. I have the sound off so you can't hear it right now, but this will be available in our demo that showcases Israel, the land between Egypt and Aram, and the trading routes and so on and so forth. And of course, our big challenge right now is because we can do anything in our game engine, we're just always riding that line between how good do we want it to look versus how fast do we want it to load. Because we can do anything, what sort of open data sets can we leverage that we can then make available for everyone else to leverage? That's our goal here. So of course we're using the Berean Bible. Huge shout out to our friends there, Berean.Bible, Berean.Bible. If you go here, you can find a public domain, free use, great English Bible translation. It's kind of more thought for word than word for word, but they have other translations coming later this year. And if you come down to the, web resources section and then click on the free API, you can find the API that we made. Our API is intended to be a free use, unlimited use, no questions asked API where you can just get the Bible out to people without needing to jump through all the hoops I've already described. We'll be adding a lot more translations to this from our friends at Fetch.Bible in the coming months. But for now, we're using this API to do everything that you see here. And there's a lot of ways we still need to improve all of this, but I want to just bring up some simple ideas. What if I had a way to search that I could just type the word Abraham and I could bring up a picture or a mesh or a 3D object or a GIF, right? How could I do all of that? Well, one thing that we would love to incorporate into this environment would be a way to use any open data set like the BSB, ask something like Gemini or any other tool out there that can work with large data sets to create a list of unique nouns in the Bible, use that list of unique nouns to then generate written prompts for tweets or blurbs or image generation or sprite sheet generation or 3D mesh generation. As those AI services come online, they're not all great right now, but in the future they will be. And if we can create something of like an open reservoir, a data lake, if you will, that would be amazing. So for example, aquifer.bible, aquifer.bible. I have no affiliation with them. I have never even spoken to them. I tried to reach out. They haven't gotten back to me yet, but they're trying to create something of a data lake that is an open pool of biblical resources that anyone can use. We need a lot more of this. I think as a goal, as a global Christian community, we should be working as hard as we can to create open, public domain, verified sources that anyone can use for AI generative content. We should use that AI generated content to then create a crowdsourced work method so that anyone can verify and vet that content. And then that could be everything from text to articles to pictures to sprite sheets to GIFs to meshes. And then we, AO Lab and other organizations like us, could use all of that in an open 3D Bible. And of course, our long-term goal is to support all of this running offline so that when you're using this Bible with your family, you're not worried about security, you're not worried about privacy. You can just run this whole thing off a Raspberry Pi and or any other compute device that uses Docker, and you could run local vetted AI services that you can trust because it's all running locally, and have the whole thing air-gapped, right? That's the goal, that's the dream. So I've already spoken too long. This has been a long rambling video, so I apologize for just kind of brain dumping here. But if it's okay, I figured I would share just a few thoughts with the open community, and if you would like to get in touch, I would love to connect with you. You can reach me at craig@helloao.org. If you go to our community site here, you can learn more about what we're doing. But then if you go to the Contact Us section here, the About AO Lab section, you can find my email right there. And I'm happy to get in touch, have any further conversations. And if there's organizations that have similar hearts or are working towards similar goals, I would love to connect with you. Thank you. God bless.